Hello, this is Christine with Cocoa Daisy, and today I wanted to share just kind of a quick run through of November. The month kind of got away from me and I was not able to post this earlier, but there's some fun things in here that I still wanted to walk through and kind of show you. So I apologize that it's so late, but hopefully you will still enjoy some of the ideas and stuff that I wanted to share and just kind of give you a little overview of my setup. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll kind of see a number of the same ideas. I've kind of found a rhythm that works really well for me, and so you'll see some of that. There's a few new things in here that I'm looking forward to, but first of all, I wanted to show you this month was designed all around succulents, and the thought behind that, because November here in Michigan, there's not a lot of color left. It's not really winter yet. Fall is kind of done. It's not the most pretty month. So I always look at November as an opportunity to do something a little different as far as season-wise with the kits. And I loved the colors of the succulents. I thought that they kind of had the warm, especially with the terracottas and some of the warmer neutrals and peach tones. I thought they went pretty with the idea of fall. And then to kind of bring in some more of that, because in November, if you're stateside, then a lot of us, we celebrate Thanksgiving and at the beginning of the holidays. So there's a lot of the feel of kind of being together with family and warmth and coziness. And so if you notice, a lot of the sayings throughout the planner kind of bring that feeling in too. So we kind of tried to mix some of the colors with autumn a little bit in with the succulents. And the other reason that I was really drawn to the succulents was back when we were designing this, was back in the summer. And that was also when I was in the middle of planning my wedding, and we had succulents at the wedding and in our flowers and at the reception and so on. So that was kind of where some of that came from as well. So that's kind of the thought behind this November theme and the colors and so on. So I hope that you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the fact that it was just a little different than the normal fall leaves and so on that we did with October. So this planner that I'm using is a Simple Stories, and I believe it's from, it's the Carpe Diem Simple Stories, and I think this color was called Persimmon. It's kind of a burnt orange color, and it pulls out that kind of burnt orange with these kind of muted teals and greens. So pretty. So I'll start with my pocket like I always do. I used some of the clips that came with the clip toppers from the kit, and then some of these cards are from our memory keeping pocket kit, and then some were some of the note cards that were in the planner kits. And I made a few other little clips out of some of the die cuts, which I thought turned out really cute. And I just, you can stick whatever. You can stick another die cut on the back, just use a nice strong adhesive. So I added those, added a bow. I had this cute little hedgehog guy. And then this was from the dashboard set. It was on one of the personal size dashboards, and I just fussy cut around it and I slid it in there, and I just thought that gave it a really cute texture. I liked that in my pockets. And then just pasted a few other die cuts on there. A little ribbon, and then a few of the other clips. I'm going to show you those now, because I'll show you these as I go through, the ones that I have at the top. But I wanted to share some of the other ones because I went a little clip crazy this time around. So there's some ribbon, actually some fabric. This was one of them that we had sold separately, the little succulent in the terrarium, and a few little bows that I turned into clips. It just added a little bit of stuff. This was one I had ordered from Etsy, and I don't recall where I got that from. There's a couple other little succulent clay clips or polymer clay clips that I have in my planner, and I've got to try and figure out where I got them. I've had them for a long time, so I will try and look that up for you. This is one of the puffy clip toppers. This was actually, I found on clearance, I think it was at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. It was a garland of all these little felted balls. And so I bought that, and then you just cut a slit in the bottom with some strong adhesive and stick the paper clip in there. So that's one of those. Again, another find from Hobby Lobby or Michael's. And then I put one of the stickers on the back of that. I thought that turned out pretty. These are, if you use our free printables, what's fun is you can fussy cut. Arlie has, if there's area kind of on the outside of the page, like I think it's on the sheet that has the mini dory and the personal size dory, she has room left on the outside, so she'll put some artwork on there that if you want to, you can fussy cut. And I did that with a few of these, and I made just a couple more clips. I always like to take these little bulldog clips and then add the little, let's see if I can get that in, add one of our little puffy stickers on the edge of that. I think they're cute. There's a couple more examples of that where I added those, the little puffy sticker. I think it just adds a little color to them. These were some old little buttons that I had. I think they were maybe even basic gray in my scrapbooking stash. I thought they were so pretty. I just added, I used some smaller paper clips on those, a little gold cardstock, gold glitter cardstock, and then some strong adhesive. Same thing with a piece of flare. And then these were a couple die cuts that I turned into paper clips as well. Let's see what I did on the back of those. And buttons. Buttons are another fun thing that you can always turn into a clip topper. And then this one, these stickers, I can't even tell you what company this is. Let's see if I can get that in focus. I've had these stickers forever, but I just thought they went with the colors so pretty. And they kind of have, they're already layered, which I thought was neat. But because they are a sticker, the challenge was what to do on the back of it. So what I did is the adhesive was kind of old, so I added I brushed on some glue on the back and then sprinkled on a little bit of real fine glitter to the back of it, and then I just put a piece of chipboard over top of it. And I think that turned out really cute. So if you have a sticker and you want to make a clip out of it, but you don't know what to do with that extra adhesive, or you don't want to try and fussy cut all the way around to, you know, make a backer, just throw some glitter on it. Glitter always works. So those are my clips. And then I thought I'd just start paging through and just kind of talk about what I have in my planner and a few things that I've done. It's my typical setup. Usually I put a piece of an overlay, or this is a heavier piece of acetate. And you could always use this kind of as a dashboard. You could stick extra sticky notes on here. Even just a card or something like that if you wanted to. And then, so I love this card from the planner add-on. That is one of my favorite. I've used it a couple times. And then here again is, I wanted to show you those printables. The printable sheet, so there's a sheet that has some of the little note cards like this one. There's a bookmark, which is really pretty. There's another little note card. And then these were those items I was talking about that you could fussy cut out. And then you could just use them just like die cuts to decorate in your planner, or turn them into clip toppers. That one's really cute. Some of those would be cute clip toppers. So if you don't print out the printables, please give them a try. There's a lot of different things that you can do with them. There's another little note card. Even the sizes that aren't necessarily your planner, I like to use these sometimes. I'll punch them and just put them in here for notes so that I can take them out pretty easily. So that's from the printable. All pretty stuff. And I just backed it to a leftover piece of one of my planner pages and then cut up another note card and put it on the other side of that. I just thought it was kind of cute tucked in there. So my weekly stripe pages, I just do some stamping, a little bit of die cut. Sometimes I use these, sometimes I don't, but I like to kind of prep them ahead in case I am going to use them. So you can see here I did just a couple die cuts. That's a chipboard, a little bit of stamping, some of our alpha stickers. The llama stamps were absolutely adorable. Where did I put those? So one set came in the planner kit and then another one we sold separately. And they're so cute. I don't have all of them. I don't have all of them stamped. I haven't used all of them off of this one, so you can't really see, but they are so cute. You'll see them stamped throughout my planner. They're so cute. I just thought the llamas kind of went cute with the whole succulent theme. See, and you can see what I was talking about, some of the quotes and things that we tied in with this month to kind of make it feel homey and being with family. Home, the place where I belong, and then home sweet home. So those, the little no drama llama, he's cute. And then we've started in various kits, including some of the transparencies and vellum. I just think of it sometime now, you could cover a Dory booklet with them. You could certainly make pockets out of them. I like to just use them just kind of as interest. They're pretty and just kind of like a layer in my planner. So here are my weeklies. And again, I just kind of went ahead and predated them, put in a few little die cuts and so on. And then as you'll see, this week I used, the other week I didn't, and that's okay. That's why you have those pages. You don't have to feel like you have to use them all, but if there's a month where it works for you, then use them. Don't feel guilty if you don't. But the other thing, as I've mentioned a lot of times, is if you have a page that you haven't used, you can always fussy cut around any of these beautiful images and reuse them somewhere else. I mean, this would be very pretty if you cut around that and used it on a dashboard. So if these pages are something you don't always use and you know you're not going to, then go ahead and cut them up. Use the artwork. So just added a few bits and pieces on there. And then this is next week coming up. Just some stamps. I love to use the alpha stickers throughout. And this is something that I had a lot of fun with. And I'm actually going to share the technique of how I did it in my next video. I'm going to film my December setup here in just a few moments, and I'll show some step-by-step on how to do the stitching. But I want to get that in focus. You can see the stitching that I did on there, and it turned out so beautiful. It's very subtle, but it just gives this texture and this dimension. And if you ever have a few moments where you're just, if you're like me, I can't just sit. That's impossible for me to do. So if I'm going to be in front of the TV or trying to wind down in bed at night, then I love doing this stitching. It's just kind of relaxing. I'm not an embroidery person. That's too long of a project for me. But I really enjoyed that. So I did it again in December because we had the beautiful poinsettias, and I'll show you what I did with that. But what I did with this, it was really kind of fun. So I stitched around this, and I liked that it was sticking out, but when I put it on the bookmark, I kind of wanted it to stick out more. So I added in a few of these Dusty Miller pieces and just kind of layered them in there, and it just turned out to be such a beautiful bookmark. And then on the other side, I just added some die cuts. There's a picture, there's a tag, and I just thought that turned out really pretty. I always like to have kind of pictures on my bookmarks or on pages throughout my planner. It's kind of fun to have those pictures of your family in there. And then I always do the first page or the back page of my monthly spread as my goals. And I used to have like just all goals, and I've kind of broken them up. So I have goals kind of for November, and then I have another section in my personal section where I put like just a list of goals. You know, I know that they're probably not going to happen right away, but if they're there in front of me reminding me, it helps a lot. And then my monthly spread, and I didn't add a whole lot to this because the colors and the artwork were so beautiful. I didn't feel like I had to add a whole lot. Again, this month, I knew there was going to be quite a bit that I had to write over, but I like to stamp, you know, like this week is for shipping. I like to stamp that instead of using alpha stickers because I can write over it. You know, we had Thanksgiving here, and those were the alpha stickers. It's a great set of alpha stamps and number stamps. And you'll see I used those throughout in different places in this kit. That kind of rustic font went so well with the succulents. This is kind of a fun little technique that I do once in a while when I want to add a little bit of color or a little texture. It's just washi tape, and if you fold over a piece of washi tape let me get that up a little closer and you can see. If you fold over a piece of washi tape over just a piece of little twine or ribbon or string, and then just adhere it to itself, so you just wrap it around the string and then just cut a little notch in, you kind of make this little banner flag type of little pennant, I guess maybe. And I just thought that was pretty in there, so I added that as well. Just a few other little stickers and a little die cut. And then this is one of those, and I need to find where I got those. I've had them for so long. I need to see if I can find them. But they're little potted succulents. Aren't they cute? So I will look that up and see if I can figure out where I got those. And then the planning forward, I've just kind of written down some stuff. I sometimes will put it on a sticky note so that I can transfer it to my next month. So I've got that there. And this is something that I do every month now, and this has really worked well for me. I haven't done the upcoming week yet, but I take one of the dashboards from the dashboard set that's the personal size, and I cut that down, I add a tab, and we actually have a little meal plan sticker that's in our tab stickers that comes in the main planner kit. And I just I'll stamp on the top of some of my my notepad. I just stamp groceries, and then that's my grocery list. That's my week for meal planning. And I always use a set of, even though I plan with A5, I always grab a set of the personal, because I find that I use a lot of these in different ways. I'll cut up some of the artwork, or I always use the stripe pages for my meal planning, and I just stamp a little bit on those. So pretty simple. I've got 2 left because we're almost done with this month. And then one of the note cards, and I just backed that with some of our pretty pattern paper. And then something else that I've started doing, and by no means is this my daily schedule. This is kind of like a goal. It's what I aspire to be my daily schedule, which, as we all know, is probably impossible to adhere to every day. But I feel like if I have it written down and I try to kind of stick to those times, that there's a better chance of me getting to this, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of my hope, is that by having it down, printing it out every month and looking at it, having it in the back of my mind, that I can try to make sure that I put in time for exercise, that, you know, things that I never do each day, like, you know, memory keeping and planner, that if it's there and I see it and I think, you know what, I need to try and do that. So it's kind of like a goal schedule. Yeah, a goal schedule, I guess is what you'd say it is. So that's something that I'm aspiring to do. So what I've done is I've typed that up, and then every month I run the printable out, and then I run it back through the printer with this typed up on it. So, and then I've tweaked it, I've changed it a little bit. So hopefully at some point I will my daily schedule will be close to this. I'm not fooling myself and thinking that it will ever be every day. And then to my dailies, and I've taken some of them out just for this because I've already written on a bunch of them, and my planner was really, really bulky. And so for the video, I took some out. So we're starting on the 25th. And then I always like to, I have a little notes that I put in here. I have a little card that I attach. So that's always just if you've got little business cards or receipts or things that you need to keep with you. I always like to have one of these little bulldog clips on the side. Here's another bookmark that I made. And this one has that great note card that I love. And then this was, and I'm trying to remember what I cut this out of. I don't think it was the dashboard again. I cut it out of something. Might even have been one of the note cards. I don't remember. But, and what I did is, so I tucked that kind of under this note card, and then I raised it up with a little bit of, I don't know if you can see it, a little bit of foam adhesive, just to kind of give it a little bit of dimension. I used that stamp set for later and now. I thought that was cute. Then the other side is just some more of our pattern paper that was in the memory keeping 12 by 12 kit. And then just some of the die cuts. I thought those were cute. And then the sticky note pad that was in the planner add-on. And then I have these old sticky notes that I like to use once in a while just to have on hand. It shows me the days of the month right there. One thing I wanted to mention about the sticky notes, which was kind of neat, we had this one in the planner add-on, and then we had this one in the main planner kit. And what we did, and I did this on purpose because it was kind of a neat idea. So the potted plant has sticky on the top, and then the succulent sticky, and as you can see, we made sure that when they die cut it, there's no white on the bottom. So there's a white outline everywhere but on the bottom. And we did that so that if you wanted to, you could add them together, and now you have a little potted succulent. Isn't that cute? So that was just something fun. We did that all on purpose. So I thought that was kind of cute. So just my daily pages. I made a pocket. I guess I was in a sewing kind of mood because I did some more kind of hand stitching again. So this pocket is kind of my standard pocket. I did 2 sides. This side I've got the little note cards in, and then the other side I keep my stickers. I did a border punch and put that along the edge of the pocket. And then what I did, this ribbon, oh, that's stuck in there. This ribbon was, oh, it's really stuck in there, was so pretty. And I got this in the main planner kit. And I wanted to somehow use it in my planner because I thought it was so pretty. So what I did is I punched real small holes. I measured and punched them equally up the edge there. And then it just was simply a matter of doing a back and forth. There may be a name, I don't know if that, I don't think that's a blanket stitch, but so you just crossed it over each one and it just made that pretty little stitch, and then I just tied it in a bow at the top. So I think that turned out so pretty. It's a fun way to use if you have extra ribbon or even some pretty twine that you want to use. It's a fun way to add just a little bit of texture, and I really liked that. So I added that in there. So that's my little pocket, and I keep that just kind of either before or after the day that I'm working on. And then I've got that stuff handy. And then I wanted to show you my dashboards. And these are just, some of these are the paper from the planner kit. Some are the dashboards. So I've just kind of mixed them in. And then I always take and subdivide some of my sections using the smaller dashboards. So I do that. And then I just use those tabs, and then Let's see, there's another one. And then planner notes. And I've started moving some stuff over to my other, or I will be moving some stuff over to my, so that's why some of it's not in here. And then another bookmark that I made. And this one was just paper, some of the die cuts, or the dashboards again, little puffy sticker. This one I thought was pretty. I added, this was a note card from the memory keeping pocket list, or pocket kit, and then just some more border punching I did on that. And then this is when I mentioned the goals that I wanted to do, like just all in general. I took a couple sheets of leftover paper from my A5 and just put them together, and you can see that the one kind of shows through, but I like that. I think it's kind of pretty. And then I just typed up kind of a to-do list that I'm trying to work on, stuff that needs to get done, but it's not. And then another one. I loved this paper. It's so pretty. And then the last one, and then in the main planner kit, we got this cute pen loop. It's a pen holder, and so it has the clip, and then there's this kind of stretchy ribbon that is around it, and so you can attach that to anything kind of rigid in your planner, and then you have an extra pen loop, which I thought was really fun. And what I like is it's big enough. I use sometimes really big pens, and so you can use one pen, or if you don't have a larger pen, you can actually fit 2 smaller pens in that one loop, which is really cool. So that is my my setup for this month. And let me show you my bags real quick too, because these were kind of fun. This one, I thought the blues were really pretty. So I usually have one that's a little larger and then one that's a little smaller. So this one is the larger one. I thought the blue went really pretty with it. Kind of has that same feel as the, trying to think of the word, and it's not coming to me, but it kind of goes with that whole succulent cactus, Arizona, Southwestern, thank you, feel to it. So I thought that was pretty. And then my Save the Drama for Your Llama, which I thought was adorable. That goes with this as well. And I took, if you have a Dory notebook, then you would probably attach one of the clip charms to that, but I attached it to my bag. I thought that was fun. So those are my bags for this month, because I always switch those out to match my planner. And that's really about it. It's just kind of a quick one, because I know this month is basically done, but I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And if there's something that you would prefer me to show or prefer me not to show, or there's something that you'd like to see, please, let me know. I'm always looking for input on ideas on things that you want to see in these videos. So please put those in the comments below. And thank you so much, and I will see you next month. Thanks.